Alright guys, early start today. Heading to the wind tunnel at Silverstone, Silverstone Sports Engineering Hub. So yeah, it's going to be a good day to test the bike, look at position changes, also see if we can make some gains with the equipment and hopefully save a few watts. I've been to this wind tunnel quite a few times in the past and I think it's really good, and also going with Harry and Steve. They really know their stuff, which is really important when you go to the tunnel, because obviously you need the people to come up with some ideas and you know, little tweaks, because by the end of the 3 hours you're kind of scratching your head a bit sometimes as to what else you can do. But I'll take you along for the too early for me. I'll take you along for the journey anyway, and you can see what we come up with. So catch you later.
How many times a year would you go to the wind tunnel then?
Probably like twice, something like that. But maybe a few, like a bit more this year if I've got a chance, because obviously doing the first one now, I want to go then once at the start of the season as well, and then probably try and get once in the middle of the season. I think two, if you can get 3 times, that would be really handy. That'd probably be like optimal.
Yeah. Would you go 3 times if you could?
Yeah, as long as I felt like I had stuff to test, because you don't want to just go for the sake of it.
How are you? Coping. Right, we're going to measure you off, so we need to go straight downstairs.
Right. Do we need to think of the loo through there?
I just wanted to check over. I'm classing this as a brand new start off, as we've never done anything. Because we've never really done little tweaks on the fit, but not much. Okay. So that'll be doing some measurements here, find out who's in the seam, find out if he's riding at the right side of height, run through the right side of height, and then go from there. And let's see what we can do.
Breathe in, breathe out, just relax.
Oh, like kombucha. LA brewery, best ones you can get. I was just looking at the fermentation bit on it. Like, I've never seen that before, but yeah, if you love kombucha, this is definitely the one you want to take. LA brewery, based in Suffolk, England, and really good for your guts. So a really refreshing drink, but also quite healthy for you. Better than taking like Diet Coke like the Norwegians do.
Yeah, Diet Coke's horrible.
Diet Coke tastes crap,
yeah,
and it'll probably still rot your teeth or whatever. Yeah. The only good thing about Coke is if you go to open water swimming somewhere dodgy, then it kills the bacteria. Because, yeah, honestly, if you swim somewhere dodgy, take a Coke afterwards and you won't get ill, because it will just it'll probably kill all the good bacteria,
like
it'll kill all the bad bacteria.
Like a full fat Coke.
Full fat Coke, yeah, you don't want to mess around with this Diet Coke now. Like, it's all or nothing, you know.
I think it was a few videos now, we started to talk about what races you're going to do, but then got rudely interrupted by Phil at the door, so we're going to pick that up now.
Yeah, powerful pensioner come round for some training, weren't he? So originally I was going to do Clash Miami, which was on the 11th of March. I think it might have been the 4th of March, around that time anyway. No, yeah, it was the 11th of March when what's the date today?
16th.
16th, yeah. So I was going to do Clash Miami on the 11th of March, but I decided against it because Laura was really close to due date. Like, we've only got a week to go now. Obviously that was only 4 days ago. So it would have been pretty risky to go there, because her parents were away on holiday as well, which wasn't sure originally if they were going to be away or not. So there wasn't really anyone around in case she came into labour. So she was getting a bit stressed with that, and obviously stressful situation anyway when it's your first one, you've not experienced it. So decided to give that one a miss. That was only going to be kind of like dipping my feet into the water of racing on one of them like race circuits that you get as well, to see how I kind of compared to other people over the shorter distance and see how I might be potentially going over the 100k. But as I'm not entirely sure whether or not I'll be racing over the 100k anyway, you know, I was originally saying that I was going to do some of the PTO events, the 100k ones, but if I'm honest, I don't really feel totally 100% motivated by that distance. You know, I like the fact that I'd be racing the top guys in the world and the top 30 all come together, and that sounds really good. You know, you can race the best people, and the competition's going to be great. I've watched the other events and it looks really good, but it just doesn't really motivate me. You know, I've always been motivated by the full distance. That was what I got into triathlon for, was to do an Ironman, and that's the distance that I really enjoy doing. So I'm thinking that I might be out in Ibiza anyway, and I'll probably race the ITU World Long Distance Champs, which for me is the distance that I would like to see the PTO events over. It's a 3K swim, 120k bike and a 30k run, and for me that's like the mix between 70.3 and Ironman. The distance fits right in the middle, and I think it's good because you get the 70.3 athletes that step up and do a little bit longer. You get the full distance guys that step down and do a little bit shorter, and it comes together, and it can go either way. And I've had some good success at that distance in the past. Like I did one back in 2015, the World ITU Long Distance Champs, and managed to finish third place. It was really close. I think it was 40 seconds between me and third, and first place and fourth place was only about 15-20 seconds behind me. So it was actually quite an exciting race, and probably one of my best results at that time.
You I think the rest of that's for me. Sorry, hang on. Awesome, thank you.
Probably if I was doing it right now.
You never had any problems from it?
No, I don't really.
Okay, right, let's so we just can tell you how much quicker you'll be over an Ironman distance.
Oh, I was faster in that
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's alright.
You're looking to come back again?
Yeah, 4th of March. Just had a customer come back to me.
Just going to book some leaving.
Potentially Ironman Texas at the end of April is probably a 20-30% chance. I only saw it the other day and thought about it. I'll put an entry in, but it's probably a 20 or 30% chance that I'd be there. I'm more looking ahead to Ibiza World Long Distance Champs. So that's a big aim for me. It would be great to win that world title. And then June, Challenge Roth, massive race, been there 3 or 4 times in the past. Twice I finished second, once I finished 4th place, I think it was. Atmosphere is awesome. Like if you're a big triathlon fan, you've probably seen the support that you get out on the course from pictures or videos going up the Solarberg, and you know the climb's like 6 deep on each side. Everyone's going ballistic, you know. So that is one of the best races on the circuit. Obviously, it attracts a really strong field. Like this year, there's no exception. You've got like Sam Laidlow, you've got Daniel Beckard, I think's racing it. You've got, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, who else is there? A lot of strong guys. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I remember seeing the announcement they did, and it was about 8 people that could win it. So that's going to be massive. And obviously the new ranking system with the PTO, that one scores really high as well. So it's good for getting a high end of year ranking for the bonus system. And obviously if you wanted to get in some of the PTO races, that's a good one for it. So that'll be a big target of mine.
He's cracking up now, isn't he, a little bit? I mean, on the...
It's lower down, isn't it?
Yeah, the head looks down, the hand position's a lot lower, isn't it?
0 point, so that's faster, isn't it? Yeah. At your, yeah.
His head is in roughly the same position. As
Yeah.
hand,
Yeah,
that
his
is lower.
peak's picked up though, if you look at the end partners. About 2 minutes to say, he's had to work it all out now. How was that for you though?
It's so hard. It's so hard to say off such a short time.
Yeah.
Because when I tried it last time, I couldn't find the wind time, and I tried it for like months, and then in the end I just had to put it up because I just couldn't put the power up, and then put it up, and then
About 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Yeah. About 3 watts roughly.
All right.
Put that stack back on, leave that one off, put that on, so we'll board that on now.
Shorter one than this, but
So we'll try set it is, and then we're moving forward to
it's gonna
see
be
how that is.
Yeah.
We'll go around both of them, yeah?
Do it.
Same
Oh,
time.
yeah. Sometimes I go like that, sometimes like that.
Because all I'm seeing is air going through here.
All
so
right.
Excuse my finger there.
He does look quite...
Oh, I know.
I'm not sure I might
I know.
have 12 miles, but
I know. We're going to probably move the saddle forward by 2 centimetres.
I'll keep that on my inner monologue. And obviously that's not for repeating. So
What are we looking at here?
Okay, I'll just free roll it. What we're looking at here is basically the runs we've done, okay? So these were the first 2 runs that we did, okay? Where we hired the saddle up by half a centimetre altogether. We've got to change that because when we did the measurement, it worked out just half, not like 3/4. So we've gone up half a centimetre in height, and that was compared to his inseam measurement. By going up in height means we can lower on the front. As soon as we started to lower on the front, we started to see decreases. Small marginal ones, but when you do it over like an Ironman distance, it can equate to like 30 seconds to a minute and stuff like that. And at different yaws you get different CVAs and different drags, so...
Yeah.
See all that void in there he's got?
Yeah.
We close that up. See what happens. So by doing... The gap's all closed up now, where it had air going in there, which is great, obviously.
Then after that, you've got end of July, end of August. So you've got about 9 weeks, 10 weeks for Nice. So be kind of like having a week off, chilling out for a bit, and then it will be 7 or 8 week training block, and then going into Ironman Nice, which is my big goal this season. That's at the 10th of September. And that course is awesome. Like at that time of year, the weather's going to be perfect for me. It's a tough course. Which I think will really split the field up and make everyone work. It's not going to be like Kona where you can sit in a pace line and get pulled around. Like that course is a very honest course. It's not one that you're really going to get motorbikes that would help you as well. You know, I've experienced that course, and once you get on the climb, the motorbikes ain't going to help you. You get on the descent, and if you've got motorbikes there, they're actually going to slow you down because you could descend a lot quicker than them. It tests everything. You've got to be strong, you've got to be good on the hills, you've got to be good on the descent. If you're not good on the descent, you'll lose minutes. Even on the last descent, you'd lose loads. The run course is straight out and back. It's a bit boring, to be honest. It would have been nice if they could have made that a bit more of an honest course and included some undulations, or maybe made it a bit of a one-lap course, because when I tried to watch people running last year, you couldn't tell what position people were in, and it was very hard to follow people. So that is the only downside for me of that course. But in terms of how it suits me, I think this is going to be my best chance of winning the world champs. You know, Kona, I'm always going to have it up against me with the heat, and obviously being nearly 80 kilos, like running in the heat is a big weakness of mine. I don't think it's ever really going to be a strength. So, you know, Nice, I'm looking forward to that one, and going to be giving it my all. And the good thing for me is it's a similar kind of course in a way to Wales, although the hills in Wales are not as long, similar amount of climbing. It falls on the same date as what Wales was last year, and I think that personally that was the best Ironman shape that I'd ever been on. So if I can kind of replicate my build up to Wales, maybe even get a little bit better than what I was last year in Wales, I think I should be right up there, and I've got a great chance of winning it. So I want to take full advantage of that, and I'll be going there to try and win the World Championships and hopefully put my name down in history. I'm not necessarily going down. I think I just need to ride it out in training to actually properly see it. Yeah, it's just so, because it's so different riding it when you're not moving. Yeah.
The one where you're at down 10 stack there, number 11, run 11.
Yeah, so down 10 with the tape, so comparing the two, it's about another 10 watts, isn't it?
So this one's 10 watts slower than...
But between the poles, between that one, so you've basically added on 10 watts by going up, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's putting more on basically. So keeping it low is where it should be, I think. I don't think going higher to that position there. If you look here, sorry buddy, every single one of those is not hitting green.
So going higher was, that higher one was quite a bit slower than when we were lower.
Because also you're creating a higher sense of gravity, so you've got more wind coming into you. The lower you're down, the less you've got restriction.
The one full shift 45 on this.
Yeah.
45, I think it's 46. It's easier for me to sort of be able to sort of all that type of stuff.
He's got the record for 40 kilometres. Haven't you? Have you still got that fastest time?
Stands
Still stands, 40 kilometres, 25 miles. How long do you reckon it took him? It's like running from Norwich to Lowestoft.
Yeah.
If you're not a cyclist that rates time rails, you're not appreciated.
What time? 40 minutes?
40 minutes.
40 minutes and 50 seconds.
40 minutes.
Was that? Oh, alright, cool.
40 minutes and 50
Pretty
seconds to
bang
do
on.
40 kilometres.
So what's that an average speed of?
nearly 60 k's an hour.
60, yeah.
It's just on 36 miles.
Yeah, 36 miles an hour for 25 miles.
Are you interested in breaking some kind of record like that?
I'd need a tailwind to do that. You did it in a headwind, didn't you, when you did it?
No, it was a tailwind. When crosswind and tailwind.
Anything else after Champs? Is that your...
I will do some more races after Ironman Nice, but I'll see how it goes first up until then, and obviously see the calendar, because Ironman haven't actually released anything after September yet, so you don't actually know what pro races there will be and what options there will be around. But I'd definitely like to do some more racing after September, but as of now I'm not really sure, and there probably will be another race after Roth before Nice, but I haven't decided that. I'm just going full into Roth and IT World Long Distance Champs, and then I'll look at putting something else in, maybe like a shorter distance race. The PTO races would have been good, but to be honest, I don't know if the timing really works. Like, I think if you want to do a really good race in Nice, you don't really want to be flying to America in August, and you don't want to be going to Singapore 3 weeks before you race the World Champs. You want to be getting a decent block of training in, so it would have been good to do one of them, but I just don't know for me if the timing works, and I think if I want to be at my best in Nice, doing them is probably not going to really help me get the best out of myself then.
Cheers. Thanks, mate. Good to see you again.
Right. And, I'll see you the next session.
Wind tunnel. Did you make any gains that you can tell us about, or are you going to keep it secretive?
Yeah, so from the wind tunnel, I definitely made some gains. Tried a few different things, so positional stuff where we put the position higher, put it lower, and we found some gains there. But the thing is, what I find when you go to the wind tunnel is you can get carried away and you can chase some big gains, because say this is X amount of watts quicker, and you think, oh great, I'll push it a bit more, and you can end up getting into a position that's unrideable. I've been to the wind tunnel before, and when I first went in there, and you kind of get a position that seems really aero, but then you can't put the power out, and you struggle to actually hold the position. So it's very important. And also with looking as well, you've got to make sure when you're getting in these positions, you can see where you're going, because sometimes you get into a position in the wind tunnel, you feel like it's comfortable, you feel good, but you're looking not that far ahead, which in real life, when you're going 45, 50 k's an hour in a triathlon, you come past age groups and stuff, you can't hold that kind of position, it's not safe. So you've got to take that into account. I definitely found some gains. We found a couple of really big ones, which I'd love to actually tell you a bit more about, but I just can't, because obviously I don't want everyone copying, so can't really go into too much on that, but we definitely found some from position, some from equipment as well. You'll see on some of the races this year that I might be using some different things, which came out pretty well in the wind tunnel, but I don't really want to go into too much details about it. So guys, another trip in the wind tunnel. Found some decent gains today, but I will be going back in again on the 22nd, 23rd of March, and we're going to refine some of the stuff that we did today and actually see how it works, what works best, because we tried a few different things and they came out as like that system would work, but it's about applying it into my current position. So I'm going to head back there again as well, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and it would have been good to go into a bit more detail, but I can't really go into too much more detail because obviously you don't want everyone copying it, but
it's top secret. It'll be on Patreon for 50 quid a month.
Yeah, be on Patreon. Be on Patreon. Sign up to the patrons, £50 a month, and you can get all the nooks and crannies. No, what should I say to finish it? I'm not sure what you use. You could
just thanks for watching the video. That's pretty much it. See you in the next one.
Thanks for watching, guys, and gonna have another training video next time. So get into the nitty gritty. We're in mid-March now, so sessions are ramping up a bit, and stay tuned for the next video, because we'll have the powerful pensioner smashing it. We've got a 10-mile TT planned with a run off the bike. You can see me and him in full flight, and that is definitely a sight to behold.